senior year of high school, we had this massive falling out where he ends up falling in love with my girlfriend, and I caught a letter to him in my girlfriend's stuff of her saying, "Sorry, we can't be together."
Whoa!
What is something that you let someone borrow and you never saw it again?
$400.
400?
Wow. You lent someone $400?
Yeah, this dude who used to be in our squad.
His name starts with a V?
Starts with a T.
Oh. Tichter?
Tyke song?
Oh. $80 from a coin jar. Never saw it again.
What do you mean, $80 from a coin jar?
Me and Nikki had a coin jar. We had been saving up our entire relationship, which at this point I believe was 6 years in.
Did you have roommates or something?
Wait, you lent someone $80 and they just never mentioned paying you back?
Well, they were high and they asked to borrow it and then they never paid it back.
Because maybe they're high, they forgot that they even borrowed it.
Yeah, they were shrooming it pretty hard.
And what happened to this 400? What was the reason they wanted $400?
So there's one dude in our squad. He, well, no longer. One of the few people that have been.
Good thing you have plenty of members.
We needed to do a gig, and we needed to go international, so everybody needed to have their passport situation ready to go, right? So then this guy didn't have his passport ready to go. It was like expired or whatever the fuck excuse it was. But he also didn't have a car to go to the passport center and stuff like that. So I had to like go pick his ass up, take him to a passport center. I had to also spot and pay for the passport. That was expedited because he didn't mention any of this issue until like just like 7 days before like needing to fly or some random shit like that, which means it's more expensive and you got to pay the shipping and all this stuff, right? And he was like, yo, dude, I'll pay you back, blah, 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 after the gig and all this stuff. But then it also turned into, like, after the gig and getting paid, he's like, yo, like, I don't got money to eat for, like, this, blah, 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 and I need to cover this stuff. And
why is he so irresponsible?
Wait, so is he, like, asking for money to eat, too?
Yeah.
He's like, and I'll pay you back after?
But realistically, like, this guy's so irresponsible that he also had, like, warrants out and shit, didn't pay for certain tickets, and got caught with, like, drugs and stuff. And had to go to jail for a couple days and stuff instead of showing up to rehearsal. So it was a whole bit.
He was hooked on something.
Yeah, which is why he's no longer.
Yeah, when you're hooked on drugs, you know, that becomes your priority, unfortunately.
Yeah, but you never bothered to, like you just know you'll never see it again, so you just...
Oh, 100%.
Damn.
What, are you... Okay.
Am I finished?
Yeah, because I didn't want to interrupt you.
Oh, no, thank you for asking.
That's very polite of you.
Yeah, he hadn't said anything for like 8 seconds.
Oh, I just have a 10-second rule.
No, I see.
Yeah, wait a little longer.
That's the golden rule. Good job.
That happened to you?
No, not the same thing.
No, I was giving you 10 seconds before I say anything.
Okay. Okay, so my friend was playing pool and then they were betting with another, like a random person in a bar.
Yeah.
And then my friend he does a lot of cocaine.
Oh.
And but so he borrowed $40 to play the other person. Yeah. But then they won. But and then I was like, hey, let me get let me get that 40 back. And I was grabbing it from his hand. He's like, hey, I'll give it back to you later. Huh? And then he just never gave it back. And I asked
but he won though.
Yeah, he won it. So I was like, let me get it back real quick to get drinks or something. And he's like, yeah, I'll give it back to you later. And then I think that night I asked him twice, and I just didn't ask him again, but he didn't give it back to me. But what would I have done, because he's a friend that I've known for a long time.
Just say his name right now.
Yeah.
I would be like, no, dude, that's crazy. Yeah. The second time, if he doesn't give me back that money, we're yelling at each other and possibly tickling each other.
Not a friend though, just like an acquaintance. Like, you know him for a long time, but you see him like, once a year.
Weird.
I would just cut him out of my life.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll be like...
Once a year,
I'd be like, I'm not asking you. That's my money. Give it back to me. And then...
But then it's weird too, because sometimes we'll, like that same trip, we'll have drinks, and then he'll pay for it one time. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then he'll be like, yeah.
He's paying it for your money.
That's different.
Yeah. He's paying for the drinks from your money that he borrowed from you.
Yeah, or like in a cab, he'll be like, oh, okay, I got it. But I'm like, yeah, so it's like...
But you're using my money.
Yeah, that's different. That's weird.
Do it.
That's really weird.
That's really weird.
What if you go, hey, can I borrow $40 to place a bet? All right, thank you.
I should have done it like that.
Yeah, man.
I should have done it like that.
Because you know he has it. So you're like, hey, do you got...
Or you're like, hey, I just got these drinks. And he's like, let me get that. And you're like, oh, I'll take the cash. Thanks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn.
So that I never thought.
I hate when people try to play ignorant to like get you to stop asking though.
Yeah.
That's always really weird.
I had a really prolonged, where I thought I lost out on like $2,000, but I finally got it. So like, I was trying to get these rims from a friend, and my friend, he was like super into like the like car scene, like his cars featured in magazines and stuff. So he always has all these connections to like all kinds of car parts. And then so he recently told me like, oh, I have connection to this one wheel company, and I can get it for like 50% off. I'm like, oh shit, sick. So I took my financial aid money and I was gonna spend it all on the wheels. So he linked me up with the dude, and I gave him the money, and it's one of those where it's custom made to the car. So after I gave, because it's like forged wheels, you know, so it's like 2-piece.
Yeah.
So I gave him the money, and they told me it was gonna wait like 3 months, and then when you're like 21 or 22, whatever, that feels like fucking forever, you know. So I was probably the guy that was like every week, like, are my wheels done yet? Are my wheels done? Are my wheels done yet? And then he ends up ghosting me, and I'm like, oh shit, what the fuck? Doesn't answer.
Damn.
And I tell my friend to ask him, and then so now he's being relay in the middle, and then so things still get dragged out. And then I started to like get pissed because it was like, I think it was like 2,000 or 2,500. And then I was like, I know his parents own a restaurant on Garvey. I'm like, do I need to like fucking trash that place to get my money back? I'm like, what the fuck do I need to do?
That's some triad level of thinking.
I need to do something, because I don't want him to think I'm a bitch or anything either.
You don't be disrespected.
Yeah, and I'm like, fuck all this for wheels. I'm also trying to turn my life around.
Yeah, too messy.
I'll turn around, not forget my wheels.
I was like,
Yeah, how can you turn around without them?
doing
You
what
need
am I
wheels
doing?
to turn around.
That's exactly it.
And then finally he calls me randomly. He goes, oh, we just didn't know what your offset was, or whatever. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'm gonna go measure my fucking wheels. I mean, my wheel well, and I told him the offset. And then ghosted me again. I'm like, what the fuck is this fool dragging me along? Is he just doing the waiting game where he just is waiting for me to just sizzle out and he steals my money? And then after almost 8 months, he calls me and he goes, your wheels are at this shop. And what's weird is I thought this guy was really tight with my friend. So I thought he would be one of those like, hey, I hooked you up. Let's put on your wheels. Let's look at it together. It's gonna be fucking sick. I go to the shop. He's not there. He just goes, hey, this some guy just told me that these are your wheels. These are your wheels.
Oh wow.
So I guess he's still fully delivered it, but
5 months late, sure.
like really late, and I was able to put it on the car. I just never. I thought I was like this close to fucking like not just losing out on like $2,500, which was crazy. Yeah.
So it's just no answer, not a nowhere.
Yeah. So I don't even know what happened, and then
No explanation.
Through that guy was also not friends with my other friend anymore. It was just weird. I didn't know how
And
to
you
play that.
trashed his parents' restaurant.
I didn't do
Better
that. I
now.
didn't do that.
Okay.
I didn't do that. They had a good catfish soup there, though. It's a Vietnamese restaurant. You know, Vietnamese, they like the catfish soup with the pineapples and stuff. It was really good there.
Sour soup
Yeah, it was
sometimes.
sour. It was sour, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember one of my first feelings of like this is where you can't trust people is like we had this art book. Like back in the day, we would have like a piece book because you're a graffiti artist, right? And then you have this like you have all of your pieces and shit, and then like you would start passing this around.
You trade it with people.
Yeah, and you trade it and you write it up. And then so like this one kid was like, yeah, I need a couple more days. Like, can I take it home? Because it would be during class too that we would do it. Took it home, and then I was like, dude, you're taking a long ass time. And he goes, oh yeah, it's with this dude now. So I'm like, what? So I go up and I'm like, yo, you have the book. Why do you have the book? And he goes, oh yeah, I'm gonna put a piece in it. All right, cool. And I wait like another, and it just keeps getting passed around. I never get my fucking book back, right? And I'm all like, what the fuck, dude? Why is it taking so long? I had a lot of dope shit in there from so many different artists. And then at the end of it, I think it got lost or something happened. And I was like, I want my fucking book back. And then I guess the guy at the very end of the chain was like, to be honest, man, it got jacked. Oh. And then he's like, and I don't know, like it's what happened to me, like passed around, it happened to the person that kept passing it around. And by that time, it's like no one took responsibility or...
Yeah.
And then it was just gone. And I was just like, man, like, I didn't even say they can let other people pass it and borrow it. And then in my head, I'm like, man, I can't, like, let things go like that. You know? Like, you just don't know, like... There's been so many incidents where you, like, trust people, and you're like, yeah, you could borrow this, like... And it started from, like, junior high, high school, all that. Like, it wasn't until I went to like Christian school where we went to where it was like people were more honorable.
Yeah.
But like people borrowing shit and never giving it
They don't
back,
care
that
enough.
starts hella early.
Yeah.
Especially
That's such. I always thought people would give it back, and they never give it back.
never been. That happened to you too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this one time, this is not the giving back one, but this is. So I was in a car in downtown San Diego, and there's a homeless guy who came knock on the window, and I was like, I don't want it, whatever the thing is, and he shows me a laptop. Do you know this one?
The fuck?
No,
That's just funny how he has a laptop.
Yeah, well, it's in a box, and this.
Oh, it's brand new.
Yeah, it's in a box. Oh, shit. Yeah, and then I rolled down the window. I was like, "What is it?" And my friend works at Sony, so he's like, "Hey, do you want this laptop? I'll sell it to you for cheap." I was like, "No, because it's not a laptop." And then he goes, "No, this is literally brand new." And then my friend looks at it. He's like, "No, this is legit." And I didn't want it to get it because I was like, "Nah, this is weird." You know what I mean? It's
Homeless laptop.
And I was like, "Well, where'd you get it?" And then this is why I got it. He was like, "Oh, it's because I stole it from a back of a UPS truck or FedEx truck. I also got a TV."
This is so honest.
Yeah, it's because of this. So he goes, "I stole it from a FedEx truck." I was like, "Okay, then this is real." Because
you were more worried about if it was fake versus if he stole it.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck where you got it from. You got a laptop and it's really nice. I want a laptop for cheap. And then he's like, "Okay, it's $160." I was like, I was like, "All right, but I don't have that. But can't go to the bank. Well, let's go together."
So the homeless guy's in the car with you?
No. Well, I was like, it's down the street. He walks over there, and then with my friend, and I took out the money, but then I didn't have. I think I had like $200 or $300, but I didn't want to give him $160. So I was like, "Hey, can you do it for $80?" He's like, "Oh, all right." And then I got it, and then we opened it up. It was books inside. But then it was perfectly. It had fucking.
Wait, so your friend was like, "It's a real laptop."
The Sony rep.
But he's
Sony
looking at the
rep.
back. Yeah, I didn't.
Unbelievable.
Wow.
I never got that back.
I hope they were bad books too. I hope it was like Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone.
It wasn't. It was like.
Wait, so it was a
Well,
laptop
I'm not
box,
a big Harry Potter guy.
7 circles of design.
and your friend didn't open it to check? Because he said that he's certified.
Yo, on the outside. He looked it up. He's like, "Yeah, this is good."
Wow.
Cool, dude. Remind me to take you with you to my deals in the future, dude. Thanks. Your friend owed you money, frankly.
There was so the very first one-on-one b-boy tournament that I ever won, it was on this tape, and on that same tape was the very first 3-on-3 b-boy tournament that I ever won, and I lent it to my friend, and his girl was mad at him, and recorded over the tape
Oh my god. Oh my god.
because she knew that would make me mad at him.
Oh my.
What a crazy fucking
This
thing
is
you
a
did.
How fucked is that?
This is absolutely insane.
Wow.
This footage
Collateral
from
damage.
it's footage from 2002, that and I'll never have it again because she was just mad at him, and I
my
had to
God.
wrap me up in it. Yeah, it sucks.
What the fuck? That's like next. How do you think of strategies like that?
I know.
That's a crazy
A
strategy.
little impressed.
I don't know. She was Thai, so
Yeah,
maybe that had
that's
something
really-
to do with it.
So I used
She
to.
Muay Thai'd you mentally.
I used to collect baseball cards, right? And I remember I would pick out, I remember hearing at the time that like rookie cards were hot around kids at school, right? So I was like, okay, I'll pick out all the rookie cards I get. So every time I got baseball cards, I pulled out the rookie cards and I just threw them all into the same binder. So by like, a couple years, like 5 years later, I have Ken Griffey Jr.'s rookie card. I have Sean Kemp from the Seattle Supersonics' rookie card. Supersonics' rookie card. I have like all these like fucking fire ass athletes who were coming up at the time rookie card. And then I was stupid though, and I told a bunch of people that. And then the next thing I know, like, because you have people over and stuff like that. My binder's gone. My rookie card binder is gone. Gone. Look in every room of the house, every nook and cranny of the house. Gone. So I narrowed it down. It was one of the few kids in my neighborhood, but someone made off with a nice little collection. Definitely worth thousands.
Just straight jacked it from your
Jacked
room.
it from me, yeah. Well, not from my room, from my basement, but yeah, that's where I kept it. Yeah, but I was dumb. I learned early on not to run your fucking mouth. like that. Like that was.
Oh
dumb.
yeah, that would happen all the time. Like when you have friends over, and then like sometimes there's just new people.
Yep.
Or like, and there's like a lot of people over,
Yep.
you're just having a blast, and then like your G.I. Joe goes missing.
Yep.
And then like some shit goes missing. It's always something that it's like, where did it go? Or it must be that one new kid that came over.
I like the idea, Steve. Like I learned a long time ago not to run my fucking mouth.
Yep.
Meanwhile, he's got like woo, woo.
Crypto corner.
Come and get it, motherfucker. I got guns now, dude.
I just remembered there was so like as a kid I collected the 80s Nintendo games, like the cartridges. And as they got cheaper over time, because when Super Nintendo came out, the price on regular Nintendo went down a lot. So I was finally able to buy them myself. I ended up with over 100 games by the time I was in high school. Like I would just keep buying them. My best friend at the time, senior year of high school, wanted to borrow them, like the system. And then he's like, oh, yeah, I just want to play some old school games. They're like, yeah, why not? I don't even play that anymore. I play PlayStation now. I play Super Nintendo. Like, I play N64. So it didn't mean that much to me to lend him the system. He starts asking for more and more games to the point where he ends up having pretty much all of my games at his house. And it's my best friend, so I'm like, whatever. Nothing could ever come between us that I would never see this stuff again. Senior year of high school, we had this massive falling out where he ends up falling in love with my girlfriend, and I caught a letter to him in my girlfriend's stuff of her saying, sorry, we can't be together.
Whoa!
Shit.
Yeah. So we had this massive falling out.
So she was double dating?
No, he fell in love with her on the side, and then he was trying to like confess to her one day.
Yeah.
Behind my back. And then she was declining it in a letter, and I found the letter in her room randomly.
There's no loyalty in that age.
Yeah.
Nintendo too? Both things.
And he stole your Nintendo?
And your Super.
Well, she didn't do anything with him. She was just basically like, I'm so sorry, I can't do this, we can't be talking. Like, it was like a rejection letter, but like, dude, I had no clue that was happening. And then so
I bet you had Earthbound.
But did you get your games back?
no, so what happened is like I basically went over to his house to like kick his ass. And then I think he knew, and his brothers opened it up, and they were just like not letting me in. And then that's just when I knew. I was like, I'll never see any of my shit again.
Did you have Earthbound?
This is regular Nintendo, so
Dang, was there Bubble Bobble?
yeah, that was it.
I hope you didn't take the punch out either.
He took most of I still have maybe like 25 cartridges from that era.
OG Donkey Kong?
But almost 100 games are gone. And then I think years later, when we finally just fucking patched it up, like a decade later.
You patched it that
Yeah, because one of our good friends in our circle his mother passed away, and we were at the funeral, and he came up to me and was just like, I'm so sorry about everything.
Buy me my fucking Nintendo.
Yeah.
And then I asked him about that, and he said that his dad threw it out or something.
Bullshit.
No way.
What's his name? Did first?
What's his eBay salesman account? Give me a break.
Bullshit.
Yeah, it was a bad thing, but I mean I could see that because it was worthless at the time. Nobody thought those things would go up in price anymore. Yeah. It was just,
I feel like everyone should learn the hard lesson of trust, like just letting people borrow shit and them not taking care of. Because I can't fathom it, because like I've borrowed stuff from people and then I'll give it back.
Yeah, 100%.
And especially if they ask, or if I'm like, I even get worried if I held it too long.
Yeah, you get stressed out.
That's why I'm like,
yeah, you get anxiety.
Like, I don't fucking
Yeah.
want-
But it should happen to people so you understand that there are lowlives out there that don't give a fuck about your things.
I remember learning it maybe in, I think like 3rd grade, where you start having like your favorite pencil and whatever. And I remember someone borrowing it, and then the next day, like, oh, can I have it back? And like, well, I don't have it anymore. And you're just like,
Yeah.
what the fuck are you talking about? You know, what the fuck?
It doesn't even occur. You're like, wait, how did you lose that?
They're like,
If I borrow anything, I'm bringing it back tomorrow, right away for you.
yeah, but then the smart kid who's like a future car salesman, he's like, well, I kept using it, and then I kept on having to sharpen it, and then it's gone. What do you want me to give you, an eraser?
Yeah. A metal ring.
It's good logic. Okay, I guess he used it.
You're like, all right, fine, just give me back the eraser.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a guy that can sell.
Exactly.
That's a closer.
He's a closer for sure.